Is it's back to front.
Can we change that?
I don't know, can we?
Go to camera controls, down the bottom, advanced.
Webcam options, advanced settings, mirrored. Yay! We can do it live, man. So I need to move in this way.
Yeah, that is good. That's all right. Camera's deep.
All right, done. So, all right, hang on a minute. We might be able to do this. This is always good when you come live from the lab. Yay!
All right.
So here we are. We're actually in the lab.
Labbing.
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 Fucking fastens, mate. Top chat. Right, let's change that. It's a live chat.
I don't mind if you read my last one.
No, it's okay, mate. You fucking smoke away, man.
I got Phyllis with it, actually.
What's that?
I got Phyllis with it last one. I don't mind if you read my last one. You're going to read the names, man? Because
yeah, I can see if people come in. That's if anyone comes in.
Yeah. Nobody comes in, we'll sit here and
just talk shit and
talk
drink.
shit. Yeah. And then the rest.
Tea. Fastens. Can't beat it. Can't beat it.
All right.
Hey.
Come here a little bit. Come here, little man. Come here and say hello to it.
Hey. So we've got everyone in the firm here tonight. We've got the Conrad, the destroyer of worlds. Oh, it's your baby Conrad. It's your baby. And we've got Mocha back there, who's the head of the lab. Mocha. Where's the security gone?
Upstairs.
Fucking security lab.
They know we're going.
Oh, look, no. Goodbye, baby.
There's my baby.
So, it was a fucking good ride yesterday.
Yes, it was. It was. Yes.
We both got videos up about it. There's one on your channel. The full unedited version.
I've got the wrestling one.
The wrestling. Yeah, we watched pro wrestling.
Wrestling was good.
Yeah, that was fucking
brilliant. Laugh. The audience was as funny as the show, actually. Too.
Yeah, she was, wasn't she?
She was. You know, we're talking about the viewers. They're watching.
We're totally on our fucking Jack Jones look.
Get down, because you've tired me out.
Come on. Come on.
Nobody wants to talk to us again.
No, they don't want to talk to us again.
No fucking groupies, right?
No.
This is a problem.
No, they've fucking deserted us.
It's all right.
It's all right.
We could be in a worse environment. In a rubber room, wearing a fucking jacket covered in buckles and shit.
One of them fucking shirts that does up the back
with the fancy buckles and zippers and Velcro and shit on it. I've worn one. If you can dislocate your shoulder, you can get out of them things. Like straight jackets.
It's good when you start riding around on a fucking scooter with a fucking sling on.
Well, the problem is once you dislocate, once you become zero dislocated.
Look, see, I've become a fucking Polish flag.
Yeah.
If I turn this way now, I'm a Maltese flag.
He's done it again. He's done it again. The English lobster.
That soon changed. That's, you know, what's the fucking, oh, it's my hair.
How did you take it? Look at my OCD, man. Look at the exhausts on the two bikes lined up at the same angle. It's kind of weird to actually do. Fuck. I'm gonna go that way now. That way. Mocha. Why are you showing us your backside? Come here, showing us your pretty face.
Oh yeah, and there's the new edition, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where she's going to harass the rabbit, I think. Fuck, not chest.
New addition to the lab, a rabbit.
Yes, it's a killer rabbit.
Yeah,
it's a killer white bunny.
It's like that fucking one off Monty Python, isn't it? It's as big as that
one. I think I see.
Hey, Dave Santa Thompson, hi guys. Good to see you enjoying the sunshine. I'm not jealous, really. I enjoyed watching the wrestling video.
Yeah, the wrestling was good, wasn't it? That was a good laugh. We went for the bad guy. We were rooting for the bad guy.
The Don.
Yeah. That's what his name was, the Don?
Yeah, the Don. He had it on his.
I noticed he had San Francisco and a map of Sicily on his ass.
Yeah,
or whatever SF means. I assumed it meant San Francisco.
He was a fucking good
I thought he was. I thought he had a bit of challenge geography having San Francisco in Sicily.
Oh look, Dave's gone. He's done the opposite. See ya. Bye. Oh, we've been deserted.
Oh,
happy butler. This is what happens. This is what happens. You come to Malta. Hey, good. You come to Malta, you get completely fucked. I'll tell you what, like, I'm gonna do. Shall I do a product placement? Faucets.
Yeah, as long as I don't get fucking in trouble for it on my channel.
Of course you won't. It's not a paid placement, is it?
Oh, who knows? Who the fuck knows, man? With YouTube and all those bloody bots, they got bloody checking. I got a strike in 45 seconds. Fucking hell.
Oh, crikey, yeah.
Yeah, their bots are on the fucking place, man.
Quiet. It's all right. He's got to deal with his fish tank tonight as well. He's cleaning out his fish tank. He's got a catfish. It's fucking huge. It's like everything else around here. It's extreme.
Extremely slippery like the roads.
Fucking hell, done. I'll tell you what. It's a hell of an experience riding on the roads over here. Anybody that comes over here from the UK, beware. Don't try and treat the roads over here like the ones in the UK. They'll fuck you up in an instant. Yeah,
what you gotta think of is those guys that put fucking spikes on their tires up in Poland. And you're riding on those sorts of conditions.
It's a bit like that in places. The big roads are pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, unless it rains. If you get more than 6 drops of rain, you're in deep duty, man.
What's good though?
Actually, the worst is 7 drops of rain. It's just enough to put down a sludge, but not enough to wash it away. Because you get a lot of dust collecting on the road, especially when you get a fucking dry spell and you get all this dust on the road. It's like this stuff that you can see on the floor, and the rabbits dug out of the wall. And you just get enough rain to turn it into mud, but not enough to wash it away. And it's like,
I wouldn't want to ride in that.
It's like oil. It's like riding in diesel.
No, I definitely wouldn't want to ride in that, I tell you.
Is that somebody else?
No, it's Dave. He's still here. He disappeared.
Oh,
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Oh,
we haven't been abandoned.
Good, because I was getting a bit of a complex. I was feeling a bit abandoned, man. At least I got Dibber today. And 4 dogs and a rabbit.
And a 7-foot fucking catfish.
Catfish. Yeah. Coughs his lungs up. Oh no, his gills up. Coughs his gills up.
Unless, of course, it's one of them fucking fish that's grown in the nets and then his gills are already fucking coughed up.
That's it, yeah. Already exposed. My baby.
Yeah.
So, yes, I see.
Weather look nice over there. What's the temperature there?
It's about
shit here at the moment.
it's about 22, 20. Yesterday it was about 22, 23 centigrade. I'd say it's about 18 right now. It's comfortable. I mean, it's t-shirt weather.
Bare feet weather walking around.
Yeah.
In the evening. It's nice.
Where is over there where the weather is shit? Right?
UK.
Oh, you're in the UK. Okay. Well, good escape then.
Yeah, I told you it was shitty. It started raining. There was a few spots of rain as I walked into the airport.
That's an omen, mate.
That was cool, man.
That's
Cool.
an
But it was
omen.
blistering up the day before.
Yes.
Devon. One of my favourite places, that is.
Oh, all right, Devon.
South of England.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favourite places down Devon.
Is that the Chalk Cliffs? No, that's Dover.
That's Dover. Yeah.
That's Dover.
I used to like to go to a place called Westwood Home because it wasn't all fucked up with commercialised fucking holiday makers and all that bollocks. It was really nice. It's all gone a bit commercial now, from what I've been told.
A bit like Slima.
It was a real nice place. It was one of the places where some older people would go, where it's not quite so fucking and people with
like Miami and States.
Yeah, I mean, there was all stuff there for younger families, but it wasn't rigged to be, fucking real big commercial entity. When I was down there last time, they got permission to fucking knock down all the old places where they used to have these like little chalets to build a hotel and that. And I thought, wow, that's going to really wreck Westwood Home.
Connor, what's the matter? Stop being such a pain.
So, yeah, I loved it. It's a nice place.
Yeah, definitely. I've never been.
So, who else is in the room? Somebody's done a run up. They popped in and said, fuck that, I'm not doing this.
These ugly heads, man. Yeah, I can't put up with these ugly heads. Oh, what are we going to do tomorrow, Dibber? Let's make plans in public, so we're going to see it through and follow through.
Should we go and check that place out to see if that armory's still there? The place
the saloon, yeah.
Should
we can do that.
Go and see if that's still
go
there?
do
An
an explore video.
Yeah, we'll do an explore video. Yeah.
Actually, there's a couple of explore videos up there already on YouTube in that particular spot. But we can go that extra mile.
We'll just do it our fucking way.
That's it. Yeah. We'll go with bikes.
Yeah. Next week we got, Midnight show at Payton. Oh yeah, Payton. That's another nice place.
Where's that?
Payton.
What's Payton?
It's a coastal place in the UK.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nice place.
All right.
Went down there once with took one of the old brothers down there once. He was
I've only swam once in the UK. And that was, my sister used to live in South Wales in Llanelli. I'm not sure, it was a beach somewhere between Swansea and Llanelli. And it was mid-August, and I froze my fucking nads off, man. It was that cold. I don't ever remember being, and that was the one time.
Now you see why I said I won't swim in UK waters.
It's a chick named Yvonne.
It's
Hello, Yvonne, if you're out there. She's probably have full steam by now. And tits around her ankles and shit. She used to try and teach me that name of that fucking train station in Wales, or Fangum Ping 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 Bang Bang and Go Go. That one, I never learned it.
I'll fucking live in the UK and even I can't pronounce it.
Yeah,
I've tried.
I think you got to know your limerick too.
It's a bit beyond me, mate. I have a job pronouncing fucking places in this country.
Yeah, over here there's some places that are a bit...
with their silent H's and silent G's and fucking...
Yeah, like Gozo in Maltese is Audesh, but it's spelled Ghawdex. So most of the English guys, English people that come here call it Godex. Because that's how you pronounce it in English. Godex. I'm going to Godex today.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow we're gonna go off and explore.
Have a bit of a ride.
The historical site.
The historical site. Might take one of the ninjas out tomorrow.
couple of
Like the current talking about.
ride out videos as well. Probably be filming it all as we go up. So yeah, so there should be some ride out video coming from that location as well as some exploration video.
Cool.
You never know. You might find bones and stuff in them tunnels up there.
Probably dead dogs and cats in there or something.
And then what we'll do the next day, we'll go out and fucking hire a boat and go and settle them fucking salmon free.
Yeah, the fish farms from the fish farms.
Yeah, we'll just go.
Well, with the storm, they got free with the storm, didn't they? Those storms went.
Oh yeah, they were blowing up.
Well, they weren't free for long because people picked them up and fucking
Took them home in
took them
buckets.
home. They were selling them for €2 a kilo too, which is like you're buying €2 worth of poison. You know, the fish is free. You just pay for the toxins.
Yeah.
You just pay for the bad stuff.
Like, did people realise that the fish they were taking home had been fucking like gone through the process of their bodies being cleaned out of all them fucking
No,
toxins?
man, just free food.
Wow, man.
Free food from the sky. That's what it is.
They had a storm here, yeah?
That's
And the waves came in and everything. And the fucking fish were literally swimming down the fucking street.
not for long. Not for long.
That's where that 7-foot catfish come from. It was a bad cough.
You know what, man? I'm gonna run out of fags tonight.
Did you buy a pack early?
No, the machine was not working. Didn't you see that big, tall, dumb-looking guy?
Go and pull up some fucking dandelions and dry them under them.
Well, we've got the airport. I can always get on the quack and quickly ride to the airport. Takes
Oh, yeah,
what, like,
yeah. What time does the airport shut?
It
'Cause I mean,
doesn't
I
shut.
get in it. Oh, it's open to fly
yeah, it
all
doesn't
night.
shut. Yeah, it's open all night.
Well, you've been very patient, Dave.
Yes, you have.
Yes,
Actually.
yes,
So,
yeah.
yeah, holy shit, man. You're, yeah,
Glutton for punishment.
you're a lifesaver because at least we're not fucking talking. Well, we are talking to
I'm feeling,
ourselves.
I'm feeling really hurt, actually.
Yeah, why?
Roberta. Where's Roberta? Where's Mr. Flood?
True, Captain Flood.
Yeah.
Where's Captain Flood?
Feel very, very
Where
let down.
is we?
She's probably having a fucking wrestling match with Flood. Yeah, so if you see this, Mark, myself and Tony went up there yesterday, right? And there was a wrestling ring all set up. Alison was there waiting. She was there, man. She was game.
Yeah, you forfeited,
You
mate.
forfeited, mate. You forfeited.
Conrad, you're an idiot.
Definitely. He definitely forfeited that one. She'll have to be having words with you.
Come here. Say hello to the people. Over there.
Oh, look.
Nice people over there.
Look.
Red.
Look. Who's that? The dog? Who's here? Look.
It's a red dog. It's a handsome red dog. You're watching yourself on TV. Yeah, good boy.
You wouldn't believe that dog was the destroyer of worlds.
He's getting good, isn't he?
He's getting good.
He's getting good. The rowdy red dog.
Hey, Vid. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in.
How are you, Vivid? We're just here shooting shit for Sunday night.
Getting drunk.
Small
Getting more fucked up than we are already.
getting fucked up because Malta.
Just because.
Because the piss is cheap, basically.
I can't believe how cheap this stuff is. Piss cheap, yeah. And it's just
What is it, 95 cents a can or something like
it's ridiculous. Fucking pennies, mate. And you know, if this was for sale on Ryanair, they'd want €7 fucking for it. Yeah, look. €9 fucking bagels.
Yeah, there you go. And Valletta. No, €8 bagel.
€8 bagel, was it? Fucking
Bagel, not burger.
Bagel, that's what I said.
No, you said burger.
Did I?
The good thing is we can play it back and I can tell you just say burger.
Oh, right, okay. Then.
Come on.
But that is unreal for a bagel.
What's up with Uncle? Why are you looking at Uncle? Uncle Dibs. Oh, that's nice. This is. You're a good little man, aren't you? You're a good little man.
Ah, Mucky Mike is here with us now as well. Good evening.
Hi, Mike. How are you, mate?
Cheers.
You want to get down, little man? For suit. You're big. I think it's all hands, man.
Pucker. It's all good. All right, come on. Get them.
Yes. So tomorrow, exploration day. It's in the north of this place, so we're gonna have to ride across the island.
That's all right. We did that yesterday.
Yeah, it's gonna take all 30 minutes. That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna take 30 minutes.
It's not riding to fucking Queensland, is it?
Fucking nuts. 30 minutes. That's crazy. Well, if you check out on your main channel, you've got the full ride, haven't you? From when we left the Bodgy around the corner, which is just around the corner from here, to the destination. You got the full unedited version, staying with the speed limits.
Yeah.
And you see how long it
40
takes.
minutes or something.
That's the full
We
width of the island.
didn't filter.
No,
We didn't filter to traffic.
No.
On the Quack, I do it in 20. I can get across the island south to north in 20. East to west, depends where. At the narrowest point, it's 2 minutes.
But I'm just a pussy because I'm not used to that roads yet.
Because you're not used to riding on ice. On ice covered in soap.
What's happening in the land of sunshine?
Lots of sunshine. Look at his head.
Yeah, look at my fucking head. I look like a fucking Polish flag.
He's got the white stripe happening again. He's GT Racing red now. It happens every
Ferrari.
time. That's it. Yeah. Monza red, I think that color is called. Because that's where they get it from. Some place in Italy called Monza, apparently.
It's a special blend, mate, to get it like that. But literally a couple of days that'll be brown. So.
What projects have you got going on at the moment? Oh well,
Got some bits there.
long story. I've got a few bits for what happened was I've got this Kawasaki over here, the first one, right, the one closest to us, and I wanted to restore it back to like a really good condition, but using only stock parts. I didn't want to use any aftermarket parts. So I decided to buy, well, I didn't decide to buy, I saw this bike and I thought, oh great, it's the same model. It's a G, it's a 98 model. They've got lots of interchangeable parts. So I bought this bike that I was planning to junk out, you know, and take the bits off it that I need. It wasn't rolling too good. It ran a bit kind of rough, but I gave it a small once over, just a small service on that, and it's running fine. It just needs some chassis bearings, needs steering head bearings and back wheel bearings, new tires, and I reckon it'll handle as good as the other one. So I've got two of them that are working. I'm swapping all the original parts off the new one that I need to complete the old one. I'm gonna flip the old one. Hopefully one I'll get maybe a dirt bike, a 600cc dirt bike or something like that. And I'm thinking of keeping the other one because I've got this Ninja bug now, you know, I enjoy it. I feel like I'm 18 again when I get on those bikes.
Bones don't know.
And yeah, only problem with them is they make the island really, really bloody small.
Which is why we cruised yesterday to make the most of it.
Yeah, well, you can't take it in. Although some will tell you that the faster you go, the more you take it.
Yeah, the road. Oh, good evening. We've got Andrew from USA. He's motorcycles.
All right.
Yeah.
Hi, Andrew. G'day. That'll be good morning there, wasn't it? I suppose. US.
I don't know. It depends what part you're in. Some parts are behind it.
Some parts are yesterday, aren't they, in the US? Still now. Or
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
because it's
yesterday. There's some parts are still yesterday.
still yesterday, yeah.
I don't know, maybe Andrew can tell us. I'm just too fucked to go.
Don't go because this laptop obviously doesn't like movement.
We almost never made it.
Yeah, we plugged in the laptop and the power supply wouldn't work. It's been in the same place, plugged in and running for about 3 years. I think that doesn't help.
5:30 p.m.
5:30 p.m. yesterday. It has to be yesterday.
Yeah, because
5:30 p.m. Saturday.
Wait.
Yeah.
Dinner time.
Dinner time Saturday night,
Dinner
but
time.
yeah.
Is that today? Like, is it like the 28th of April?
No, it's going to be yesterday.
The 27th of April. I'm fucked in the head now. I tell you.
Because they're on our side of the international date line. They're just like GMT minus. They're GMT minus
I think my
whatever,
system's
or
something like
minus
6
8
hours.
or minus 10, whatever it is.
It's today everywhere.
Oh, is it?
It's today everywhere.
All right, I guess that's a very Zen philosophical
Sunday.
sort of Sunday.
Sunday
5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
But it's only 11:30 here. 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30.
Yeah, it's
Oh, all right. So
you
must be East Coast, I guess. Are you on the East Coast, Andrew?
He's going.
We've gone all quiet. He's trying to figure out if he's on the East Coast or the West Coast right now.
So am I.
There is no East Coast or West Coast here, man.
It's just coast.
Yeah, that's it. Like wherever you are on the island, you're on the coast pretty much.
That was really weird coming over the top of that hill yesterday. It was lovely cooking up, going up the hill. I couldn't believe it.
East Coast.
East
yeah.
Coast.
All right,
We
that figures now.
We got to the top of that hill. And you said to me, didn't you, when we get to that
Yeah, down
point,
there, the coast road, then it always gets cold.
it was like a wall. It's like a wall, isn't it? You go up the top of the hill, and as we dropped over the top, it was like a wall, and the temperature just went.
Also, on the way back, we went up that hill, like from the beach. We went straight up the hill, and then now there's that road that's like a big dip up. Down there, it gets really cold, like freezing cold, in the winter. It's like there's ice, there's practically ice on the side of the roads, but it's only for about 100 meters. It's just at the bottom of the valley. The cold air just hangs out down there. But yeah, it does get cold. Can you read?
It was like a good ride that you did.
Yeah, it was good fun, man. It was good fun. We had to take it easy because it's like really, really, really dangerous if you're not used to the roads here. So
I vouch for that. I vouch for that. Because
Yes.
you put your boots on the road, literally. You know when it's like been snowing, you put your boots on the floor and you can literally slide your feet backwards and forwards. It's like that.
hey, there's been people that have been standing at the light, like slipped over.
Well, you skated down that hill.
Flip-flop.
Flip-flop. I mean, that's how slippery some of the roads are.
Well, that loop road around Valletta is notoriously slippery because that gets all the carrozzini, all the horse-drawn taxis, and they've got metal hoops on the wheels, and that it doesn't do what the horseshoe does. It actually irons it out and makes it really shiny.
And that was not long done, wasn't it?
It doesn't take long for the roads to get shiny. Coast Road was only finished 2016, I think, or 2015. 2015. So it's only been finished for 3.5 years. And it's already, it was reverse cambered from day one. All the turns were fucked up. It's like they didn't, I don't know.
The camber that you're supposed to have on a left bend is not on a left bend, it's on a right bend. And the camber you're supposed to have on a right bend isn't actually on a right bend, it's on a left bend.
It's what they would have done when they were putting that road together is they got somebody to said to him, design a racetrack for us. And then they took all the angles of the road and they made them diametrically opposite to what they would be on a racetrack. And they designed the road that way.
It's fun.
The road is crowned. Sometimes it's got a big dish in the middle and you end up aquaplaning. at the very end of the coast road, if you get a lot of wind and a lot of rain and waves and that, it gets underwater a foot, you get a foot and a half of water, and on the bottom near the roundabout, in front of the big hotel in Hara. So it's, I don't know why this happens. I really don't know why this happens. Did she fart?
She's farting and she's scratching.
Yeah, she farts. It's fat shit. She's gonna go harass the rat.
But yeah, you have got to be fucking right careful over it. Seriously, you have. I mean, I thought some of the roads in Israel and in Jerusalem were fucking bad, but
none of the roads are here are sus, and they're not for the weak-hearted, even in a car. Some people are scared of driving cars here, simply because you get a drop of rain and you start skidding all over the road. Yeah.
How many accidents has there been now? Because there was another one, wasn't there? So how many accidents?
Oh, there was one.
In a month?
There was one last Saturday night, 2 on the bike. Sunday night, 1 put a car on the roof. I've seen more cars on the roof over here. Yeah, apart from
the guy who did the fucking Dukes
no,
of
that's
Hazzard.
yeah, the Dixie.
Inflated Dukes of Hazzard, man, the other night. Absolutely. For real. And I've seen the size of the fucking roundabout he cleared. You wouldn't believe how big the roundabout is. He cleared it.
Yeah.
And the trees.
Well, there's another one yesterday, and a tunnel put it on the roof again.
Yeah, I saw the post.
Yeah, I've seen more cars on the roof in the last 5 years I've been here than in my life to this point. And I lived in Australia, now, where if you're doing 110 k's an hour and you hit a kangaroo, it's likely to put you on your roof, you know. But I saw in 30 years in Australia, I saw maybe 3-4 cars overturned. Over here, I've seen a dozen in the last 5 years.
Yeah, but look
Well,
at
a
the last
couple in the
month.
month, 3 in the last month on the roof. So, yeah, I don't know.
It's fucking crazy. I'm not joking.
3 on the roof, couple wrapped around poles, couple in ditches, couple of people falling on bikes because of shit on the ground. 1 girl ran over by a truck. 2
blind German fucks.
Yeah, that
fucking
smashed that guy's face down in
Yeah.
Jersey. Couple of that was only 3 Sundays ago. Sunday of the treasure hunt. So, and it happens every weekend. Somebody gets hurt. I mean, it's not always car drivers' faults because some people get stupid on the bikes as well.
Well, some of it goes down to the road conditions. It's some of them. Are just
Well, some people don't adjust to the conditions, and that is the main problem. The main problem is people put on a leather suit, and all of a sudden they think they're Valentino Rossi, and you get this sense of unprotected. But leather only protects you for, well, on a normal road, it protects you for about 20 meters before you wear through a leather suit. But over here, you'd probably slide 5 kilometers on it without putting a helmet on it. I've fallen in.
You don't get road rash burns over.
Last time I got off on the Harley, man, I did my knee. I slid about 15 meters on the road, and I was wearing a Harley Davidson sloppy Joe, a sweatshirt, right? And I slid on my bloody elbow for 15 meters, and I didn't get a hole in the elbow.
They're polished,
and I just got burnt. You get burns, and your jeans don't burn through; they just get super hot, you know.
Yeah, that was big.
Big burns, basically.
Is there because they're polished in some places? And they're polished, shiny, fucking shiny.
They're polished most places actually. Conrad sitting in the rabbit now, look at right here. That way. There. That's the rabbit's box. Maybe I should just let her run around.
He went out and caught the rabbit off of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's fucking huge.
It's a watch rabbit, man.
Yeah.
Fuck the watchdog. We've got a watch rabbit here. I'll tell you what, a couple of nights ago, I thought somebody was breaking into the garage. She was thumping the side of her cage. She's going to do at 2 in the morning, and it sounded like somebody trying to open the garage door. So, yeah, I calmed down, crossbow in hand.
As you do.
As you do, yeah. And it's a bloody rabbit. And at 2 in the morning, I was contemplating putting a bolt through the rabbit, actually, because it pissed me off.
Dinner.
She wouldn't be a very good dinner. They're good to eat at about 4 months, man, 16 weeks. And then they start getting stringy and horrible.
Nothing I'd put them in a fucking stew and put right.
That's true. That's true.
That's what my fucking granddad used to do.
What, stewing rabbits?
Yeah, fucking
well, it's a
stewing rabbits.
multi-national dish, you know. We live on that shit. Although I can't eat it anymore now, since we got this. Since I got this one, it'll be like eating my fucking dog, man. No, I can't do it.
It's like a national dish over it.
That's the first thing that Nate actually said to me. He happened to be here when I'm coming back from up the valley with this fucking rabbit in my hands, and he goes, "Oh, you're making stew?" I said, "No." I said, "I think I've got a new pet, but I'm not sure how the dogs are going to go." And I threw her on the floor, and Mocha was okay with her. Conrad was okay with her. Tootsie was, Minnie was indifferent. She wanted nothing to do with her, so I thought, well, yeah, fuck it, she can stay.
But she's like a dog.
She is. Well, she's free ranges. She runs around. I lock her in a cage at night because I don't want her to think of escape plans and start digging around, because that's when they get really active at night. When they get like naughty. So yeah, that's the story so far. Don't I live an interesting life? But it's all right. We tick along. It could be worse.
Yeah.
I always say my worst day off is better than my best day when I was working.
Yeah. Absolutely. People think getting old like us two old fucking codgers is a bad thing. When you get up in the morning, you think it's a fucking bad thing. But like, there are there's some benefits that come with it.
See, they say you have problems with going to the toilet and that.
I don't have no fucking problem.
No, I piss like clockwork at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I fucking shit like clockwork at 8 in the morning. Now all I have to do is figure out a way of getting out of bed before 9 in the morning. And I'm not doing that. Yeah. 17, yeah.
The good thing is now though, we now that we're old codgers, you see, and when all these young whippersnappers think they're something fucking special, we can look at them knowing that they're going to become us.
An alternative. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, see, apart from that, it's important to note that getting old is mandatory, but getting mature is totally optional. Yeah. So you can grow old disgracefully. The old grow old gracefully thing is bullshit, you know? Actually, that's the Ulysses motto in Australia. They're over 50.
Just go out and fucking flames.
Grow old disgracefully. That's what it says on their colours. Yeah. They got an old guy with a big beard and grow old disgracefully on their colours. That's their motto. I like it. I think
so. It fits.
Those guys do some serious miles, man. Actually, they're probably the club in Australia that clocks up the most miles, the Ulysses.
And the thing of it is, and again, being older is really good, because when a young guy is fucking like perving on a chick, he's a perv, but we're just dirty old men. But the thing of it is, we've waited a fucking long time to become dirty old men.
That's it. And lost a lot of fucking teeth and hair in the process too.
And we're just making the most of it now.
Listen, man, are you keeping up with this? Because there's a lot of print coming up here.
Right.
Do the rabbit.
Do the rabbits have myxomatosis? Sorry, the topic has now moved to weak bladders. I took too long working out how to spell myxomatosis.
No, wait, we don't have mixer. They have myxomatosis in Australia. They used it as a way of controlling a population of rabbits. But then they had a laboratory somewhere on a fucking island off the coast, right? And they were experimenting with this virus called Caliche virus that was born by flies. And as luck would have it, these fucking flies got out of the lab and made it to the mainland. And it didn't go, the Caliche didn't go through an experimental fucking stage. But as it worked out, it wiped them out in their fucking millions, man. So it's like, now the problem is keeping rabbits alive in Australia rather than having them die, you know? But no, they don't have myxomatosis. It doesn't have myxomatosis. I wouldn't keep it if it had mixer because of the dogs. You can usually tell because they've got yellowish eyes.
Weeping, fucking dodgy eyes.
Yeah, they get the whites of their eyes get yellow, and it's easy to tell with albinos because she's pink-eyed.
She's perfect. There's nothing wrong with her. She's
Yeah,
healthy as fuck.
yeah, she's fucking big too.
Tried to put her in a pot, she'd fucking jump out.
Yeah, no, she'd fucking probably smack you back if you try to smack her. The good thing about old age is that it doesn't last long.
It fucking does. If you're like me, man, I'm determined to become really fucking old and become that horrible old bastard that everybody hates in the fucking street.
I'm gonna become the one that escapes from the fucking old people's home. The guy with Alzheimer's that turns up in the local fucking strip joint or something, you know? Naked, yeah, on the pole, obviously. You know, no, I wouldn't be one in the audience. I'd be one on the stage. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
No,
I'd be the one sneaking a case of beer into the Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, you know, and shit like that. When you're old, man, who gives a fuck? What are they gonna do to you? If you're 80 and you think tomorrow I might die, I'd get up to all sorts of shit, man. If I was in that situation, you know? Especially if I started losing my marbles, because then I'd blame it on the dementia or whatever it is, you know?
well, like the other fuckers do.
Yeah, that's it.
That's right.
Right. I mean, there's people at 30 who blame it on fucking mental illness. Like having babies in their cars when they don't have babies in their cars and shit. Yeah? Current affairs. Let's not cross into that domain.
Yeah. That's another good thing with being old men as well. We can fucking misery and moan. People expect it.
Yeah,
it's just his age. It's just his age.
Man things.
They're doing fucking fireworks. They are.
Yes, yes. Oh, it's quarter to midnight. It's still early. This is because
and these are not people letting off. These are not just residents around here letting off fireworks. This is the fucking church.
Yeah, it's usually, I think it's usually the band clubs or some shit. I don't know who it is. It's the local pyromaniacs. There's a group of them in every town, just about. Fortunately, our town doesn't have a feast where we set off fireworks because everybody else around us does.
gives you more money for this.
We fucking get enough of it as it is.
We had air bombs and shit going off there today as well, though, didn't we? Just over the back there.
Yeah, petards, yeah.
Fireworks have been going off here all day.
It's like, you know, if a war broke out in Malta, they could drop a fucking atom bomb on Valletta and most of us wouldn't even fucking notice. We'd think it's a feast, you know? Who's celebrating? Which Madonna is it this time?
Dibber, you drink the local beer, fucking too right. The one I keep ordering from Amazon. Yeah. Fastens.
Shandy.
But it's real alcoholic shandy though. It's not that fucking pussy stuff. And you have enough of these and you know about
it's like shandy bass with
alcohol.
The good stuff, with the number and the percentage on it.
Yeah, you have a fair few of these. These caught me on the op though when I first came over because I didn't realise they actually contained alcohol.
Yeah, we got a bit tricky with you.
We did get a bit tricky the first time I come over. I said to Tony, we were talking about shandy bass. He said, "Oh, we got a nice local shandy." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, it comes from the brewery." He said, "Yeah, we got the road and we'll have a lunchtime fucking drink shandy." So we went up the road. I thought, "Oh, this is nice. Tastes just like shandy bass." And I was on it all day. We're like, oh fuck it! Every time we stopped somewhere for it to have a drink because it was really hot, wasn't it? Like up in Valletta. Stop having another fastens.
June when he first came, first time he came.
Another fastens. It was a day of fastens until the early evening, their party, and then Ray.
And then you had the lager.
And then Ray kicked in.
Yeah, you had the lager then.
And then I started on the full strength, and I wondered why the room was going round after I only had a few.
Yeah, so
it was the fastens.
Yeah.
Because then he told me it contained alcohol.
That's 3% or something, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. 2.5%, isn't it? Mm. But you have a fair few of those.
Half a beer, yeah, half a beer.
Yeah, you drink those all day long, literally all day long. Every time we stop, we'll have another one. Because this stuff is so fucking cheap. It is so cheap. You wouldn't.
It's $1 a hit.
Yeah, it's $1 a hit. It's just so fucking.
And that's
cheap.
why it's an island full of alcoholics, man.
It's so cheap.
This is so cheap.
You neck it all day long, right? You know.
And we do.
It's from the Chisk Brewery, isn't it? This is from Chisk Brewery.
Yeah.
It's from the Chisk Brewery.
It's
You can get it on Amazon, actually.
the original name of the brewery was Simmons Fortsons Chisk. The Simmons portion was actually a British brewer, Simmons Brewery. And then they came here because time of British rule, and they teamed up with two local mobs, Farsons and Chisk, and they became Farsons as we know it now.
It's
But
lovely.
the original name was Simmons Farsons Chisk.
Cheaper than bottle. It actually is, funny enough. Let's put it this way. This was cheaper than the bottle of water I bought earlier today. By
60%.
60 cents.
Yeah, 50%.
60 cents more for a bottle of water than a bottle of this.
Why would you drink water anyway?
Well,
They say in wine, in wine there is truth, in beer there is strength, and in water there is bacteria.
do you ever allow
So that's you've got to opt for a beer or a wine. I opt for a wine usually because it's truth.
Do you have real ales in water?
Do we have what?
Do you have real ales in water?
Yeah, we've got one called Hop Leaf made by Farsons as well. It's pretty popular. It's popular with the draft ale drinkers that come down from the UK that don't like a lager. We like our brews, man, because in winter everybody drinks spirits here, but in summer everybody swaps over to the local beer. And it's won international competitions and that, so it's a pretty reasonable brew. Nobody complains about it, like nobody comes down and goes, oh, yuck, for the local beer. And if you don't like it, there's always Heineken.
The other shit.
Yeah, the Heineken, the Budweisers, the Millers, the Fosters, which is like, nobody fucking drinks Fosters, man. You don't even see Fosters in the bottle shops in Australia.
Yeah.
You don't, but no, in Europe you see it, like in the hotels. Oh, it's Foster's Lager. And it's like fucking pony piss, man. Nobody drinks it in Australia. I'm telling you.
That's what we used to drink. when we were
Nobody.
kids.
It's a cheap imitation of Victoria Bitter, basically. But
VB.
yeah,
I fucking like VB.
yeah, it's a cheaper imitation of VB.
And that kind of looks like a VB.
It's made by the same mob. Foster's is made by Carlton United Breweries as well, CUBs. But it's just a shit beer, and it was always an export beer. The Americans love it. The Americans go ballistic for the Fosters, man. But then they go ballistic for the Budweiser and the Millers too, so it's no surprise. No?
Fosters is what we used to buy, 4 cans, because it was the cheapest fucking thing in the fridge. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
probably.
There's young, teenagers living on the breadline, with your fucking low wages and shit.
Sounds good to me.
Hey, Mucky Mike is coming here in June.
Yeah, oh yeah. Mike, I've got Mike on my Facebook. He's actually gonna look us up. He got in touch, he touched base with Nathan as well.
You should.
Yeah, mate, you'll drink the local stuff, mate, that's for sure. You'll be paying €1.20, €1.20 a bottle. So
June's fucking beautiful.
you can't really complain.
June is really, really nice area.
Yeah, June.
The weather
Well,
is
you
just
haven't
fucking
moved
bang
into
on.
you haven't moved into the summer extremes yet in June, you know.
I came
Because in
here,
August it
it
gets a
hot
bit-
as well, didn't I? I've done all 4 seasons now, so I know what the island. Because you said to me before you even consider fucking moving here, you've got to check the weather out in all 4 seasons.
Like we used to say in Australia, mate, you got to suck it and see.
Mm.
Because
The June is.
you might love the summer here and then come here and go, fuck, the winter's just smashed me. I don't like the winters here, for example.
Well, you saw what I was like in the winter.
Yeah, but you're used
fine.
to fucking snow and shit, man.
I was fine here in the winter, and I'm crippled in the UK.
I'm used to fucking subtropical Australia, basically. You know, so rainforest country, not beige country.
Well, the first time I came over here last year, you saw what I looked like when I got off the plane.
Yeah.
And you said to me, you look like a fucking old man.
You're pretty pale.
Yeah, but it was the
And
fucking
wrong.
back and all that as well, wasn't it? Because my back was still fucking me over.
Yeah, man, you'll have a good time for sure. Dibber loves it here. Yeah, that's why he comes. That's why he comes once in a while. Pays us a visit.
Absolutely. People here are just fucking awesome too.
Let the rock apes entertain him for a bit. Yeah.
And if you're into bikes, yeah, and you're into the club scene, wait until you get over it. It's fucking awesome. Fucking
Yeah, but them fuckers never want to leave, man.
yeah, but it's really awesome. I mean,
The bikers that come here with their bikes usually get scared into leaving, but the ones that come here and just come and experience the party scene without riding, they usually just want to stay. They just want to move here.
but it's like yesterday. If people in, like, say, even just the UK, for instance, could see what we saw yesterday.
They're wrestling.
Well, the wrestling, but all the different fucking clubs that you wouldn't see mixing elsewhere.
Yeah,
just
no, I
incredible.
really like to mix. We're cult mixing bikers, man.
You'll love it. You'll love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
There's really no point in being in a bike scene if you're going to ride around and...
We got Pookie in tonight. Pookie is a lady from the UK.
Hi, Pookie. How you doing?
We used to be friends. We used to chat in a group called Bikers Caf.
Oh, all right.
That used to be on the old MSN groups.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's a lot.
Pookie, we've had contact with each other for
I
years.
miss MSN chat, actually.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, it was good fun.
It was probably one of the better ones. MSN chat and Yahoo chat, but yeah.
Yeah, that is it. Chisk. That's it. They sell it in America.
That's it as well.
Yeah, it's called Chisk.
Yeah,
Andrew.
that's the stuff.
So, Andy, when you go out anywhere, if anyone ever pronounces it different, it's actually pronounced Chisk.
Yeah, the C is like a CH sound. Chisk.
Because I called it Kisk.
Yeah, they either call it Kisk or Sisk.
Yeah.
But it's actually Chisk with a CH.
And
Because it's a Maltese C, and the C in Maltese is always Ch, and that S sound, like the soft C, is always an S. Like cigarette is SIGARET, cigarette. Everything is phonetic. Even the word phonetic in Maltese, phonetica is FONETIKA. It's not like fucking English, PHONETIC. It's not even a phonetic word, phonetic. In Maltese it is, but. Let's see. Play much less. MC and MCC.
No.
Well, over here you'll be able to mix with both together, Mike, because we all go to the same fucking parties.
Well, a lot of them do in the UK. Just if they're in the same regional coalition area, or if there's overlap where they go other places and stuff, it's pretty similar as long as you stick within the.
Yeah.
And it's
within the county.
Well, yeah, within the, well, not so much within the county. I mean, you can cross border. You know, club can go into a different region and all the rest of it, but it just depends what club is like the dom there.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's the same dom where you are and the club's all friends and whatever, there are sort of boundaries. Yeah.
Yeah, we have no boundaries here.
Yeah. So now you know, Andrew. So yeah. So if anyone tries to tell you otherwise, you've heard it from a Maltese dude.
Yeah, it's good book, mate. It's good drink for the price.
Yeah, Mucky Mike, we have an alliance clubs. Yeah, that's pretty much standard across the UK. Regional coalitions or alliances or whatever of clubs.
Oh yeah,
in the UK. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could say Malta has an alliance of clubs as well. And that includes all the clubs.
All the clubs. Every club on the island.
Well, it's a small island, you know, so like it's probably similar to your regional thing. We don't have. If Malta was any bigger, maybe it would be split into 2 regions or 3 regions. But as it is, we're all members of the same alliance.
Well, you think
I mean, you saw it when Amoeba, when we went to do the thing for Amoeba. The guy needed a new wheelchair. It's all the clubs, 14 clubs or whatever it was, jumped in. They all fucking pitched in €200. We'll go for a new bloody wheelchair.
As well.
That's it, yeah. So that's how it works here. But geographically, I think if we were bigger, maybe it would be split in 2 or 3 or whatever. But as it stands, I prefer it being this small and everybody.
I think the closest you come to it is Gozo, Malta.
True, but yeah, they're gonna fuck that up and put a tunnel in anyways too. So it's really.
But see, what you got to understand, really, when you look at just even when you compare, if you've never been to Malta, and you compare Malta to the UK, Malta is like smaller than some of our counties. So it's quite a small island, really. And what was it? It's The runway is a quarter of the length of the island.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, the runway for the airport is a quarter of the length of the island. So it's a very small place. But you're going to fucking love it here, Mikey. I tell you, man. I tell you, you're going to love it.
It's good for a laugh.
You're going to love it. Just don't go up fucking Valletta and order
A baguette. Or a bagel.
a bagel. Don't go up Valletta and order a bagel. Fucking €7 or whatever the fuck it was.
I've got tunes in the lab, man, but I've got to watch the copyright shit. But yeah, I've got. Oh, quickly before somebody recognizes somebody recognizes a guy with the initials RP that sings with a band with the initials LZ.
It's about the size of Pembroke in Wales. That's Malta is the size of a county in Wales.
Yeah, so you know, it's like probably all the bike clubs within that county in Wales would all get along like we get along here, because it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we spoke about before, the geographics actually probably dictates a lot of what goes on.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it has to.
Andrew. So basically, the island is small, and the clubs need to get along with, which is cool. Yeah, but you also have to bear in mind, because the island is small, you've got people that are related to each other across the club scene as well, isn't there? So that keeps it really cool as well.
Yeah, related, boyfriend, girlfriend. I mean, there's mixed gender clubs that date people from other clubs and blah blah blah. So yeah, there's a cousin in every fucking club as well.
Which helps with the situation too.
Yeah, it's good to have a cool situation anyway.
I love it out here.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about getting on the bike and some kind of fucking shooting you or whatever. You want to say something funny, man? This is what happens when you ride a spark plug at red line for 10,000 kilometers.
Fucking hell.
Center electrode home completely.
And that's one of those fucking
Iridium tip, yeah.
And there's nothing there. There is no iridium tip. Did that come out of the Romet?
Yeah. I was giving him a bit of trouble starting, and I thought, okay, I think I'll have a look at the spark plug because I changed it when it was new. And I'll just put it up here. I don't know if it's visible, but the sensor electrode is just fucking gone on this plug.
Right, Andrew, heading off for dinner. Nice chatting with you guys. Enjoy it.
You too, man. Thanks for dropping in.
We've got beer in the house.
We're having liquid bread for dinner.
Yeah.
And Jack Daniels.
Except for in the morning, because we're going
breakfast and exploration.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Go to the bocce.
Looks like
he was running a bit lean. No, you go and watch the videos. Go and watch his videos of him riding it.
What's that?
He said that plug looks like it was running, but it was running a bit lean.
No, I was just running a red line for about 10,000 kilometers, man. And they didn't have a spark plug changed, and those iridium tips, they tend to wear down after a while. I was just slack and didn't change it. I went straight for the spark plug as soon as I tried to start it, and I was coughing and carrying on because I could smell fuel in the exhaust.
Yeah, another 10,000 miles out of that plug. What's after?
Yeah, I should try and solder maybe the middle electrode on it and get some more out of it. No, they weren't like fucking $6 from China, man. I was just slack. Now I know that every 5,000 I have to change them out, you know? It's
nice little bike.
It's not like I'm going to ride the bike and bloody...
This little beach there. The one that looks like a little old trumpet.
Yeah, we'll do this.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to regret doing this, but...
Have a look. The old trumpet there. It looks like an old trumpet. Fucking lovely little bike. That's the one I've been riding.
It's like...
Romet.
Are you familiar with Kinder Surprise? It's my Kinder Surprise motorcycle. I found it in an Easter egg. It's even got the color scheme on it. we're still in the right.
No.
Close
Yeah,
enough.
that's it.
My
Yours,
body will be here. No,
No, you're miles out, man.
I've got
You're
to.
looking into the storage area.
Oh,
while it's still
I've got
working.
to spin it around that way, and I got to come around this way, and I'm going
Perfect.
to be go. Right. We're back.
But that little Romit, I'll tell you, if anyone ever said to me now, can you, suggest a starter bike?
125. Yeah. I'd suggest.
That would be cheap because a lot of them are looking for a cheap bike to run.
I always suggest them, man, because
Brilliant. That's what I've been riding.
I mean, it does have little things like fucking nuts and bolts falling out and that, so you got to put Loctite on everything because things obviously don't fit. Like you put a bolt in on a Harley, and you've put the bolt in, you put a torque wrench on it. With a Chinese bike, you got to put a bit of Loctite on the bolt, and well, it's Polish actually,
Polish, yeah,
but it's actually it's funny. The power plant on it is Chinese, right? Yeah. It's a Honda CG 125 clone. Yeah. It's an overhead valve 125.
Yeah, it rides like a C engine as well.
Yeah,
it rides exactly like one.
It's a clone of it. That's what the Chinese did all through the 1980s. They actually got foreign motorcycles, stripped them down, reverse engineered them, and made them for 10% of the price, and then put them out on the international market again.
Yeah, but some of them also bought the fucking the presses.
Well, yeah, but you look at what they're doing. These Unax, Romets from Poland, Argent from France, Brixton from Austria. All these little brands making 125s, they all have exactly that engine in them. That one or a GY6 clone, which is like another variant of a standard Japanese engine, and they bolt them into frames. The shit never fell out of the Chinese engine, man. The stuff fell out of the Polish frame, so it's like there was an assembly problem within the European market, not the Chinese engine still runs like
that engine's fucking bulletproof.
Yeah, it's eventually I'll blow it up. I know for sure it's not
bulletproof. It lives in the red line when you're riding. It probably went when I was riding it was going fuck for that.
No, probably
get
not.
a fucking break.
Probably thought, I think he's sick.
He must be coming down.
I think he's sick. Fuck, what's wrong with
and
his
he's
wrist?
lost weight as well. He's lost a fucking shed load of weight.
What's wrong with his wrists? I had a bit of a break. You've got to give them a break once in a while. Hand them to Dibber.
Yeah, hand over to me on the Maltese road. I'll treat it like a baby, mate. Not put a fucking nappy on it and put a teat in its mouth or anything.
Oh, whatever votes you vote. Not today, man. That's what it
well, this is Anything Goes chat tonight, right? What did you title it as?
I can't remember that. No limits or some shit like that.
Yeah, something like
As
that.
it turns out, we've talked a lot of shit, so I don't think we've limited ourselves.
No. So you did we done what you put in the title. Then.
Yeah, pretty much.
But anyone knows that if I appear in videos, you're going to be talking shit anyway.
Doesn't matter. Somebody has to talk shit. We can't all be serious and truthful like CNN. Oops, did I just say that? Oh no, no, you get black back for that one.
What's the other one? Fucking
MSNBC.
MSNBC. Fuck them. Bunch of fuckwits.
That's it. The Jester's Lab, a real news source.
Should we do a fucking news story? And another church gets burned down in fucking Europe.
Yeah, true. We had one get burnt down over here.
Yeah.
Not to get political about it, it was deliberately lit. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And I'm going to say how many coincidences we're having in Europe lately.
Right, we got that out of the way.
Yes.
Right, so come on then, someone put something up
I
for us
got
to
that
fucking
up
talk
on
crap
chest.
about.
Yeah, we need a new topic.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting a bit morbid and morose.
Just need more alcohol.
I feel like
you need some
ride, to be honest.
Jack Daniels in that coat, man. Oh no, not if you're going for a ride. But you need to sort of like put fucking.
This is the best time for a ride. It's 18 degrees. The bike loves the temperature.
Oh, what?
The air is just dense enough for it. You can put on a jacket, rug up a bit. But it's the best time.
Oh, and I've got some pictures because we went out with a fucking pups today as well. I've got some pictures put up as well.
Oh yeah.
From our trip.
Oh, did you get? Oh yeah, you
I took the camera.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
country. We went country today.
We went bumpkin.
Bumpkins.
And I'll tell you what else is cool. You can fucking walk down a road. You can reach out. There's a particular tree. You can reach out. You can take the fruit off it. Yes, when we went, there was you, myself, you, and Eldon. We went out the other day. When you guys were sitting there chomping away, and I was going, "I don't like the look of them. They don't look very appetizing."
They taste like pineapple.
Today I tried one. Right, they look like a really large plum, a really big plum. They're a nice sort of like yellowy,
orangey yellow, yeah.
Colour. And they've got a.
They're stone fruit.
They've got a big stone. You get a couple of stones and 3 stones.
Sometimes 4.
Oh, you could get addicted to them. You could get literally addicted.
I think they're called persimmons. The Maltese will call them naspli. And they kind of grow wild in the countryside.
You can just walk down the street, pick them off the tree. So you wouldn't go hungry over here if you like that kind of fruit. Well,
you'd be shitting like a fruit bat, right?
That's black stains.
That's it. Yeah. They're leaving purple stains on people's cars, but that's what the fruit bats do, man. They go and eat them fucking berries, and then they shit on your car. And if you've got a white car, it ends up with a pink stain. Especially if they shit on it overnight. And like you wake up at 10 in the morning and don't get the water on straight away.
Oh, the other
it just stains it.
The other down here, if you ever come over here and you sort of like ever stayed over here to live, you got. I'm not joking. At the moment, you're walking down the road here, and it looks like someone's come down the road with a fucking bag of cement and literally poured it over the top of everyone's fucking cars. I wrote my name in it today.
Yes, yes.
Dibs was here.
The dusty desert rains.
Man.
They're the southeasterlies here. When you get a southeasterly blowing over here, it picks up the dust from the Sahara Desert and blows it straight across the mid.
I'll take the camera out when we're out. I'll take the camera out when we go around the butchie for
breakfast. I've uploaded a video of.
But that's part of the problem with the roads, isn't it? That stuff gets on the roads and it gets
like
the roads gets hot and it just fucking
It's like ball bearings, man. That last ride I did with the Roman going up the coast, it was crap weather. It wasn't actually overcast. It was dust in the air. It was the southeasterlies. Yeah, I reckon it was the southeasterlies bringing the dust up. And then as soon as it rains a bit, it brings down the dust cloud. The rain settles the dust clouds down, takes them down with it.
But it does
just covers your cars and
you go across and you look at all the cars, right?
And that stuff is so fine. The dust is so fine. And if you have a cover on your bike's outside, it gets the dust under the cover anyway.
It literally does though. It looks like someone's got a shovel of fucking cement dust. The dust, cement dust, is that fine. And it looks like they've just gone for all the cars.
You look at my bike, I dusted before every time I ride it. You can see that.
And that's just from the air.
That's just airborne dust. Look at it. Yeah, so you guys don't think I'm fucking lying. This is how dusty the place is. Can you see the dust on my finger?
Take finger, there it is there.
That's just from fuel tank, just wiping it like that.
Pookie, have to get up early tomorrow, so glad you are out there and having some fun. Hugs to you both.
See ya, Pookie.
See you later, babes.
Good on you. Thanks for dropping in.
Oh. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons, isn't there? There's a lot of things you have to get, but that's one of the reasons. Yeah. Another reason why the roads can be pretty fucking dodgy.
Well, I do my air filters every 3 months, yeah, on the bikes.
So it's not all fucking fun and games, is it? You know,
no, it's
living,
not,
you know, being in the
like
sunshine.
you can't leave a wheel bearing. If you have a wheel bearing, you know, in Australia we used to have a wheel bearing, and if the inside of the seal is a bit sus, you'd still draw it back in. Over here, it has to be perfect, otherwise you'll chew your bearings up in no time at all. And I've noticed with the Kawasaki's, both of them, when I bought them, back wheel bearings were shot to pieces. So I think it's and it's an interesting thing too. So they only have one seal on them. At the back, they have 3 bearings.
Well, you can see, just sitting from here, you can see the dust build-up.
Yeah,
that's just riding it.
Yeah, that's just normal road use dust. But it seems that they chew up back wheel bearings.
If they watch your video yesterday, where you went when we went up to the Thunder,
yeah,
and when we pulled into that area where we were parked, that gives people an idea of
Yeah,
how
the white
dust.
dust. Yeah, the white dust. Well, it's limestone dust, you know, so it's lime, it's fine, white, chalky sort of stuff.
It gets everywhere.
Do we have any people here? Or
Yeah,
talking to
5 up
ourselves?
there. You see,
Oh,
I've
we've got
got
5
to-
people there. All right. Well, then we're
Come on, somebody throw something at us so we can
yes.
talk shit about it.
Talk controversy. Let's get controversial.
Yeah.
Let's get a community standard strike.
Thongs or see-through panties on women. That's a good topic. And I mean those thongs where there's just nothing.
Oh, I thought it meant tongues as in flip-flops. That's what they call it in Australia.
Yeah.
Them things are the things you pick your steak up off the barbecue with the thongs as well.
I like the Maltese guy in the houses who attacks people with the super fucking thong as he
Oh
calls
no,
it.
thonga, yeah. Thonga. Frankie Falzone. I'm on thonga.
Have you ever been, I mean, I guess you have. You've been hit by one of those. They do slap.
Oh, they make your ears ring if you get slapped in the ear with it.
Just eating some ice cream. No time to chat. Fucking ice cream.
Ice cream.
Fucking hell. Did you see that when we went up the shop there today?
A bit of strawberry sorbet would be nice right now. Some of that stuff that you got in Valletta.
Yeah, and there we go. Mikey, if you go to Valletta and you like ice cream, what's the name of that place we went to?
Gelateria. Oh, fuck if I know.
But they
But
do
I'll
the
tell
best
you what,
sorbet you'll
It's
ever
next door to Gopaldas, which is an Indian shop on Republic Street in Valletta.
Yeah, we just
2
go
doors down
just go
from
Republic
Gopaldas.
Street.
Yeah, that's it. If you're going down Republic Street and you're heading towards Fort St. Elmo, it's on the right-hand side. 2 doors after, you see an Indian shop called Gopaldas. And they make awesome ice cream, man.
Yeah, the best strawberry sorbet I've ever had, and it was 100% strawberries. You could tell it was. It's a bit expensive, but it's worth every single penny. Hobnobs and a cup of tea at this end. Hobnob biscuits, they're nice. I like them.
What's hobnobs?
I think they got them around Shoe Corner. They're hobnobs. They're
Alright.
oats.
Oh, all right.
Oat biscuits.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're really nice.
Like they're digestive type.
No, they're oats. Like whole oats.
Oh, whole lot. Okay, so they're like multi-grain biscuit.
Well,
Like a full grain biscuit, like whole grain biscuit.
They're made from oats. They're very sweet as well.
Oh, okay.
But they are. Well, I don't drink tea, but they're very nice with coffee. So if they
So
got
they're
them,
bunkers.
yeah, I like them. I'll get a pack tomorrow if they got them around the corner.
All right.
Yeah, they're like a cookie,
Okay.
but made
But made out of oats.
Yeah.
Okay.
really nice.
I like oatmeal.
But the only problem with them is they're moreish.
Oh,
So you
right,
have
yeah.
you buy you get
gotta eat the whole
you
pack.
gotta eat the whole fucking pack.
Yeah. I'm bad for that,
And
man.
they do them with chocolate as well, like
You put a
chocolate
box
digestives.
You put a box of, you know, those Ferrero Rochers, those gold chocolates, you the brown, them or the Baci, the dark blue, the Perugino chocolates. You put a box of fucking, I don't know, a box of 100 in front of me, and I won't stop till I smash them all, man. It doesn't matter how big the box is, I will eat it.
I have to be careful with the sweet stuff. Though.
Major chocoholic.
So mine, but I had to sort of cut down because it triggers the fucking psoriasis for me. So
Yeah, no, it doesn't trigger anything. It triggers serotonin for me, man. So it's awesome.
and that's another good thing about coming in. My fucking psoriasis disappears.
Yeah.
It literally vanishes. I've been
Well,
in
you need to come here
Yeah,
and
Thursday.
finish it permanently.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's now Monday. 5 days, my psoriasis has vanished.
Fuck, you've been here 5 days already.
I've only got a little bit here. Look.
Feels like you've been here 5 minutes, man.
You wouldn't think that if I've been here 2 weeks. I said you wouldn't be thinking that if I was here for 2 weeks.
Fuck, man. Makes no difference.
We're just two old codgers, so we can just fucking misery about the
Makes
same
no
old
difference.
shit.
I mean, it's not like you fucking stitched to my hip or something, you know. It's you do what you want. That's it. You just velcro to my hip, so I can remove you when I need to. You know what, man? We've been shooting shit for an hour and a quarter. I reckon we'll call it 90 minutes, like a soccer game, yeah?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Yeah, we've had
Well,
enough
we've got
time.
beer with our names waiting on it.
We'll see. If somebody comes in and suggests something interesting to talk about, we might run into extra time.
Yeah.
You know, call it a draw. And
Go to penalties.
Yeah.
That's what happened last time, though, wasn't it? We said, yeah, we're just getting ready. We're going to do the Oski now, guys. We said goodbye.
That's when things happen, isn't it? Oh, we're going now. Oh, so you're Harley. Fuck now. Okay.
Yeah, I think we got beer and stuff, so and
We got beer and dogs and rabbits and bikes and friends.
yeah,
Life is good.
and you'll love it here, Mikey.
Could be better. I could pick up fucking 3 subscribers and make 300.
That'd be nice.
That'd be a nice birthday present, actually.
Hey, because your birthday's coming up, isn't it?
Soon, yeah. Unfortunately, they come up too often. I have a birthday every 2 weeks these days, man. Something come up. Join.
Jalapeno. It's all right. He's like me. He's old. He needs bins.
I'm fucking here. I'm blind. That's. Here we go. Just discovered jalapeno and cheese crisps today. Nice with the cold beer. Oh, I love jalapenos, man.
Nice and spicy. Yeah.
When I was in Seattle, I was doing digital fucking avionics thing, like a course at the Boeing factory in Seattle, right next to the Everett base, where they used to build the jumbo jets, and the technical school was. Sorry, Renton, where the technical school was. There was this little Mexican restaurant, and he used to make this like a plate, a mixed plate, an enchilada, a burrito, and a taquito or something, some shit like a taco. But it was called El Diablo, and fuck, it was hot, man. He used to put this green jalapeno sauce on it, and I never was into the hot food, but I started going there, and eating this fucking hot food. And there was this cute señorita that I used to go there and perv on. And I came out of that end of Seattle like 8 weeks later, like eating it like a Mexican, I love it. I'd never.
I realised what I just did there as well.
What did you just do?
I just did a Ricky off fucking set off Trailer Park Boys. Jalapeno.
Oh,
when he was arguing with Bubbles about jalapeno, I just did a jalapeno, man.
I've heard them called jalapenos a lot in Australia. Jalapenos.
It's the beer, man.
It's jalapeno as well. The N has the O. I mean, has a zigzag accent over the top of it, so it's jalapeno, not jalapeno.
That was a good sketch. That was with Ricky and Bubbles and Trailer Park Boys, where he was like, "Get me some jalapeno chips." He calls them. He goes, "No, jalapenos, Ricky, jalapenos." And he's got these fucking glasses right there, so thick to make his eyes
like like that guy Van der Stuten or whatever. You know, the ugliest guy in the European Parliament. Guy.
Voldestop or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about. He looks like a goldfish.
Verhofstadt.
That's it. He's got these glasses that look like TV sets, and then his eyes are magnified to 3 times the size. Think of like a goldfish or something.
Think of that times 2. Yeah, that's Bubbles
no,
of Trailer Park Boys. They are fucking. They almost fill the fucking lens. And he collects cards.
I'm not there yet. Actually, these glasses, I can read very nicely, very clearly with these glasses. I think they're about 2 diopter. I can't read out of this. I can see white lines, but at least with the glasses.
White lines.
Well, I had a corneal abrasion about 4 or 5 years ago in the eye, and I can't focus it. I can't. It's all milky in there. I've got a 2 mil by 2 mil bit of the corneal skin taken off. Apparently, you can fix them in Australia. They take a bit off your tooth and implant it in the eye, and that's how they fix it. No, because they do it with your tooth because your eye doesn't reject it. It's very hard to implant things into your eye because your eye really rejects things, and because it's a bit of your tooth and it's got your DNA in it and everything, when they put it and implant it in your eye does not reject it. I don't know how the fuck they get it transparent so you can see through it, but I think they do a pinhole camera type of thing with it, where they make a lens with a hole sort of thing to fix up where the eye is damaged. So I don't know. I'd like to research it, but it'd be worth an arm and a leg too, I reckon. But it pisses me off because it's like when I look at things, I can see clearly through this eye and cloudy through this eye, which means that everything has a halo around, you know? And it gets gets tiring to do things like watch TV. I don't know if you've noticed, I close my right eye to watch TV. I watch TV with my left eye only because it's clear to see it with my left eye. With both eyes, it goes hazy and it makes me dizzy. It's but
for me, it's just the alcohol.
yeah, but I've got night vision then. That's the advantage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when it's almost pitch black with this eye, and I can't see. I do this and I can't see. I look with this eye and I can see outlines because it became really hypersensitive to the light. Because the cornea is thinner now. I took a big chunk of it, and the cornea is thinner, and the cornea actually filters the light and triggers your pupils to grow and shrink. It's the cornea that does that job. So having shaved a bit of it, it makes it's like underreacts or some shit. But it makes me more light sensitive.
All right. Have a good time, Dibber. Look forward to watching your future videos. Much respect to you and Tony and the Jokers MC. They're not an MC.
We're a motorcycle.
Yeah, you might.
We're an MT actually. We're a tribe, not a club.
Take care and ride free. Good night.
Good night, man.
Peace.
Thanks for dropping in.
Yeah, that's good.
Talk next time. Yeah.
Right. I reckon the beer's calling because I've run out of cans now. The rest.
Why is there one red thing and one white thing?
Fuck knows.
That's,
maybe it's for people with fucking dodgy eyes. But that one's red for the smoke.
that's pretty fucking strange.
It is strange, isn't it?
Isn't it? I don't know this. We're going to show this on camera. Hey, conspiracy theory here. Somebody at the brewery is asleep.
Yeah.
2 cans of shandy.
From the same place.
Same place. 2 different ring pulls. One's got a red, one's got a white. Why? Why is this so?
Yeah.
You know what?
We need answers.
You know what? If I put this up on Facebook, somebody, some fucking donkey, will actually say that it's the government's fault because
It's a conspiracy.
because Malta. Yeah. I'm serious, man. We got a power cut over here, and 5 minutes after the power cut, people are still running their laptops on battery and running on their Wi-Fi from their phone because their modem's not working. And they're going, oh, it's the fucking government's fault. And it doesn't matter which government it is. There's a power cut, if there's no water, if there's, I don't know, whatever happens, man, is the government's fault, you know? Everything is politicized. It's like, when it's really the guy who's fucking taking care of the goddamn generator. The prime minister doesn't go down there, stop the fucking fire, and the generator, why is it his fault, you know? Well, it's the prime minister's fault.
Looks like it's time to beg folks catch you on the flip side. No.
Oh, £1 million competition, all your problems are solved, Dibs. You're a millionaire, mate, because you got a red tab. See that?
I wish it was.
Fucking hell, so do I.
If that was,
I don't have any millionaire friends, man. That was cool.
Do you know what I would do if that really was what it was supposed to be? You know what I'd do? There's a house down the road. There's a house down the road like you wouldn't fucking believe, and it's been sitting empty, and you wouldn't believe. You could turn half of it into a fucking really nice house, and the other.
You can turn the whole thing into a brothel, actually.
Yeah.
It's got 6 bedrooms in it.
It's a real fuck. No, it really is a fucking lovely house. It's beautiful, that place, though, isn't it? Really. Could you imagine if that was brought back to its former glory?
Yeah, there's a lot of buildings over here that need to get brought back to their former glory.
The one on the corner down here.
Yeah, fucking my one included, actually.
Yeah,
I did that too. Yeah. No,
Oh, that
the big one,
my fucking! I tell you, mate, you got to see
they're a
that.
nice
I
house.
think if anyone saw that with an eye, a keen eye,
That's a $500,000 house, man.
yeah, but with a keen eye to see
$500,000.
its
I'm
beauty.
still talking dollars, man. I've been away from Australia 6 years, and I'm still saying it's a $500,000 house. It's €500,000 house.
Yeah, but it's. I think with somebody with the right eye, you look at the front of it because the house is still solid. But things have been a bit overgrown, haven't they? Because it's been left like.
Yeah, it's just need to clean up, man.
I tell you, somebody got hold of that like for $500,000 and they put what 20, 30 grand into it.
Yeah, something like that.
That place is the
Grand,
dog's bollocks.
As new.
It'd be the dog's bollocks. I'd love to get it because it's a waste. But a place like that, I mean, you think.
Kitchen.
Yeah. Well, when we walked past it today, I said, that side to live in.
But now, you can buy it.
Yeah, because we've got a fucking red lid.
That's it. Got a red tab. So that's it. Start blending.
There's nothing on the can saying you've won. Maybe that's why they don't.
Really, it must be HSBC. We'll go talk to the bank tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to your mate. We've got a red fucking lid.
We've got a red fucking lid. Yeah.
We've got a range now. But on the strength, I want to bank it. I want to bank this red lid.
Yeah.
I want to buy that house.
Yeah.
A couple of robbings for when people come and visit.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be fucking sweet. I'll be honest with you. If I won a lottery, because if you do business with people through friends of friends of friends, you can get deals, can't you? You can get a deal rather than going through all the fucking agents and shit.
What real estate wise?
Yeah.
It's the only way to get a deal.
Look at Nate. I mean,
the agents get a pound of flesh from you and a pound of flesh from the buyer, right?
yeah.
That's
Which
how
is
it
why
works,
I would never consider buying from an agent. Never. Not here. Never.
Over here, what you do, man, is you ride your bike around and you look at for sale from owner signs on the front of properties. You ring them up, you do an inspection. Sometimes it's the owner, and sometimes it's a thing we call a censor, which is an owner's agent that gets a small percentage from the owner. Well, the way it works with censor is I've got a building for 100 grand. I tell you, okay, I want 100 grand for this building. If you can get 110 for it, you keep 10. If you can get 120, you keep 20. As long as I get my 100 grand, you know what I mean? So you fix the price, and then the censor goes out and tries and gets more
For him.
Than the asking price. So he's a middleman, so to speak, and gets his pound of flesh. But this pound of flesh only comes from the seller, and it's it's not a kilo of flesh, it's a pound of flesh, you know? Because the real estate agents, they do it
and they're merciless.
A bigger percentage.
They're merciless over here as well, the agents.
I've
seen it when I've gone through the property sites, I've seen how merciless they are. You know, because the thing of it is, with some things, you see them advertised in 2 or 3 places. You might see some advertised on Marketplace, because what they do is, you notice the sellers themselves put it on Marketplace, and then you'll also see it for sale.
Yeah, they also another scam is they advertise a cheap block of land, and then you ring them up and you say, "Oh, you still got that block of land?" And they'll go, "Oh no, we don't, but that's already sold. But we do have one for 50 grand more." You know, and it's the typical bait and switch. See, in Australia, bait and switch is illegal, but over here, everybody does it. You know, you just got to be smarter than they are, basically.
Which is why
send friends and stuff to make ridiculously low offers to drop their expectations. You know, people do this, man. They send their cousins and shit to make ridiculously low offers, half of what the value is. You know, especially when it's a private sale and people start going, "Oh fuck, I'm not going to sell this for that much," and they start dropping the price.
It's like that place we went past today where you said they're only here for a certain amount of time of the year. And that place, I was drooling over it out the back there, and I was like, "Whoa, fucking hell!" And I took some pictures, so it might be a picture in there of the place where we went past, because we were pointing out the stuff above the gate, all the carving.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was like, it's just an amazing place, and it's like right off the beaten track too, and it would suit me right down to the ground. Being up there, that would suit me right down to the ground. But alas, it's farmland, and you can't build on it or nothing.
Well, you can build only where there's an existing farmhouse, but you've got to use old stones. So you've got to use stones from an old demolished building. You can't go have a nice, shiny, straight, flat-faced stone on it.
I know a good man that does stone on the island.
It's, well, now I know a good man that does stone on the island as well. Yeah.
I didn't know the man who does good stone on the island, because you knew the man when I was doing the video stuff.
Yeah. He's good. He's good. Hi, Salvo. He's actually subscribed to my channel. Oh, Salvo, if you're watching.
You've done an awesome fucking job here. I know that for sure. That's the dog's nuts, that is.
Yeah, it's it definitely expanded my playground. Put it that way. I probably spend the most time in this room when I'm alone at home, when I don't have people over. This is where I'm at. Just in here, tinkering, fucking around with things.
We've got
making slingshots and
1,
making
2,
bikes.
3, 4, 5 bikes.
Yeah.
Because there is another one over there.
Yeah. A race is coming up soon too, so there'll be 6 bikes in here.
So it's a rather large lab. And as you saw earlier, when the camera went that way, once you've done your unpacking bits and what have you over there,
Yeah, there should be a bench here, actually.
So it's and it extends loads that way as well, not just that way. It's fucking huge. It's
40 square meters. It's 4 meters wide and it's 10 meters long, so it's enough room to work comfortably anyway.
Yeah, the beer's calling, I think. We've gone into overtime.
Beer o'clock, have we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've pushed into 90 minutes. How do you know? Oh, all right.
Time's up there.
Yeah, I think we'll pack it in for today.
Beer o'clock now, I think it is.
Beer o'clock.
Well, it is. Look, it's beer o'clock.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys, for dropping in tonight.
Awesome. In fact, I don't even think that's the right time there because of the battery issue.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
No, it is. It is. It's half past midnight there.
Bloody hell. Yeah. Crikey. Oh, no, because I keep forgetting we're an hour front. Yeah.
Later, Vid. Thanks for dropping in, man.
Yeah.
Next time, Dibber comes over and we might do another one of these live streams. I don't do them alone because I feel like a bit of a villain, like talking by myself. So I'd rather spend my Sunday nights watching Dibber make a villain of himself instead. And I'll just be in the audience.
I'm just a single ding dong, ding dong. You get 2 fucking together. And
then when he's had a bit too much of the Pinot, it's ding ding. He forgets the dong altogether. And just the bell drops to one side and he just flails around dinging.
And that's what happened that fucking time when I first came over and I was doing the fastens all day thinking it was 0.0
Well, no, you know. But
it
still did make a difference.
No,
the knowledge didn't equip you with the precautions that you needed to take not to get shit-faced again.
No, because we bumped into him and partied up and
fucking
watched you the following night.
Yeah, you gotta get shit-faced because Malta.
Yeah, because Malta.
Because Malta.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hey, Mucky Mike, we'll see you in Malta in a couple of months, eh? What is it? April, May, June? Yeah, a couple of months, man. You'll be here. I don't know.
What date are you coming over, Mikey? Mucky Mike, sorry. Mike. What date? Oh no, it's party time. Your birthday, isn't it?
I'll send it on Facebook anyway because I've got it on my Facebook, and I believe he's got Nate on Facebook as well.
No.
So between us, Nate's not going to be able to ride with you, Mike, because he's done the chicken wing, and he's in a sling at the moment. He dislocated his shoulder and he broke his scapula. So unfortunately, he's still riding around on a scooter, one-armed, in a sling. So.
Which blew me away when I saw it at the airport. He's come walking along.
It's quite comical.
15th of June.
15th of June, yeah, that's excellent, man. Excellent. Yeah, that's what I heard at night last time. The rabbit is bloody thumping again, man. She's protesting. 15th of June. 15th of June. Yeah, no worries, man. Have I sent you I think I've sent you my phone number on Facebook. If not, I'll send it to you anyway. Yeah, contact us for sure, man. All right, Mike, and whoever is left, the other 2 people, mystery viewers, we're going to wrap it up for today because we've got a big day of exploring to do tomorrow.
And drinking.
If we even get out the door, yeah. From the hangover, but anyway. All right, what do I have to do here? I have to end stream.
Stay safe, everyone.
Peace, love, among beings, everybody. Ciao.
And farsons.
And farsons, yes. And fucking 6-foot catfish.
No, I think they measured out. I think it was 7.
7 feet. It grew a foot since the start of the stream. There you go.
No, I think it was 7 foot. Wasn't it?
Oh, was it? All right.
We measured it at 7 foot. It hasn't coughed either. That's fucking
No,
amazing.
that's amazing. See you later.
A bit later.
Bye.
That's good. That'll put the time up on your.